Welcome to the show, y'all. Welcome to the show, y'all. It's the Greg Davis Show. We gon' talk the talk, so get ready. We came to push the call, educating. So just lock that down and keep it steady. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Everything's alright. We're gonna help you get your life. It's the Greg Davis Show.
Part 2 of the Greg Davis Show, all the single ladies, single and successful. I'm Greg Davis, and Lola George is with us only because she's a guest on the show, and Pastor Dana Berry and Dr. Joy. And if you didn't see the show yet, you got to go to YouTube and look at it because it was phenomenal. This is the single ladies, successful single ladies. Dr. Joy is a PhD. She's a professor at 2 universities and one out of the country. Pastor Dana pastors a church and holds a full-time job and has various events for ladies. And they all did a panel on something that she had. And then Lola George, of course, is co-host of Greg Davis Show, radio and TV. Also, she is co-chair of the Entertainment Commission for the City of Detroit and works for the City of Detroit in a management position as we restructure our city. I did that fast because I really want to get to the show. Don't forget to go to the website, find everything there. And When the Right One Comes, my new book, y'all. Make sure you go there and buy up some copies because we're going to talk about some of the things that's in this book. So let's get back at it. What is the right way, Dr. Joy, for a man to approach a woman?
I would say definitely not in my inbox. Okay. I don't like that. So there have been a lot of situations.
Are you old-fashioned?
To a certain extent, yes. I'm more traditional.
I wasn't coming for you. The reason why I asked that is because this is the 21st century, right. And that social media has become the new thing of everything. You can periscope and look at church service. It's the new thing. So do you think you're being a little...
It's possible. It is possible, but I would still say ultimately, yes, I am a little more traditional. But here's the thing. One thing I will say is don't go through someone to get to me. I need you to be able to have approach me on your own. So I have situations at church where someone will run up to a minister
and say... I'd be in trouble there, wouldn't I?
Well, people will run up to a minister and say, hey, I want to meet her. Can you introduce us or something like that? So that's not the way to do it. I need you to approach me.
But in the old days, that's how it used to happen, though. They'd go to the pastor or one of the ministers and say...
Now, which way is it? Because you just said I was being old-fashioned.
No, I'm just saying. So you're really not that old-fashioned. Right, it's a balance. Yeah. Okay. What do you prefer?
I don't mind you inboxing me if the inbox turns into us having a conversation. We're not going to go back and forth inboxing or texting. We need to verbally have a conversation. So I'm not opposed.
So you're going to have a problem with inbox?
No.
You don't think that's okay? What's the right way?
I'm like Dr. Joy. I want you to come and talk to me. Because
no inboxes?
You can inbox.
Okay.
You can inbox me, but I don't want you to get so comfortable with inbox because I'm a communicator. I want to talk to you. I don't like the messenger. Don't send the messenger because I don't need the messenger in my business. So I would want them to come and talk to me for themselves. The shy guy, the shy brother, then maybe I'm just not the one for you because I want someone that's bold in his stance and, strong. And sometimes that to me shows, and I'm not saying that they're weak, but it shows weakness when you sometimes,
All right, we got a bunch of ladies in the studio. Ladies, by raise a hand, y'all all right with inboxing? Raise your hand if you're inboxing. No? Nobody?
They raise their hands. Some raise their hands.
How many? 2? The younger ones? All the younger ones? Your trumpet was like, no. What is probably, Lola, some of the worst things, other than communication, give me one, each one to give me one, that somebody can do on a date?
Talk sexual to me.
On the first date or any dates?
On the first date. and I say that because, you know,
It's a Christian network.
I know, but I have to say that because men are attracted. Men are physical, and so you have three beautiful ladies here that are, God blessed us to be shapely, and you know, and some men don't have the decorum in how to approach, you know, and
I can vouch for you. We were in Atlanta the other week, and when I tell you Lola took Atlanta, we was in Lenox Mall, and Lola took it. They you know, I always tell people she's my sister in case you want to talk to her, but they didn't care whether I told them or not. They were just totally disrespectful.
yeah, yeah.
Wow. Lola did Atlanta. She took it. Yeah, when I tell you she took it. But what I noticed about her, when the guys come at her, she be like, you know, no.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't like sexual.
Yeah, don't approach me like that.
What's the turn off on a date?
Don't be rude. Rude to the waitress, rude in any kind of way. That's a turn off.
Because that says what?
That says you're probably rude and disrespectful.
Got you.
Absolutely.
That's good. That's good. Mm-hmm. That's real good. Go ahead.
I agree with both of the terms, both of the things that they said. Excuse me, but also smacking, smacking. Smacking.
Okay. Smacking. Anything else? Okay. All three of you are successful women. I know Lola says this all the time. Men are intimidated. Do you think that men are afraid to approach you all, Dr. Joy?
Sometimes. I think that some of them are, but I think that actually helps separate, like Lola said, the weak from the strong.
You think that's a sign of weakness because he's afraid?
I think that it's a sign of intimidation. Like, why can't you approach me? What's the problem with approaching me?
Why does it have to be on his end?
So you want us to approach him?
No, I'm not saying the approaching part. I'm saying, what if you're giving off that I'm not approachable?
Well, I think anyone, sometimes I do.
Thank you. I host this.
Sometimes I do give that off when I'm in a mall. But like at church,
because you're in your mode, you're in your zone.
Yeah, you know, I just have my purse and I'm walking. I'm on a mission, and especially don't let me have a piece of gum in my mouth. Then I'm really on a mission to shop. But no, seriously, at church, anyone who knows me at church, I'm always smiling. Mm-hmm. So I'm always smiling, and I feel that I'm very approachable.
Okay, just outside of the mall.
Yes, just at the mall.
She's shopping.
Don't mess with me.
Okay. Approachable.
I think I'm very approachable. Now, I mean, I have had people to say sometimes my demeanor would set off something else, but no, I think I am approachable. I smile a lot, so yes, I'm approachable.
Okay.
I feel that I'm approachable.
You're approachable who you want to be approachable to.
That's true, but I think, seriously, people are afraid of you.
Oh.
I think you're my biggest issue. Seriously, but that's not a bad thing.
Well, your name is nowhere up here, so anytime you want to.
No, what I'm saying by that is that you and I literally do everything together, and it's not a bad thing, but because of the respect that people have for you, I think they are sometimes afraid to approach me.
But I think that weeds out the riffraff, because if you're afraid of me, that means, you know, because I told you about one of them.
Yeah. Which one?
You want me to say?
You just the one you from.
You know, this is the Greg Davis show. You know which one now? You know which one now?
Yeah, I do.
No, okay. You know, here's the scenario. I was having lunch at my favorite place, the Hudson Cafe. Y'all walk in, and he act like he didn't want to speak. You don't want to speak to the man.
Yeah.
I would want to know.
Yeah.
Like if a woman dated me, I want to know the woman. It seems like they would want to know the woman that hangs out with me all the time.
Right.
He didn't speak to me, didn't say good. You had to force him to come over here.
Right.
So that tells me your intentions are not good with my sister.
Yeah. He didn't like him at all.
Oh, no.
Needless to say, he's not around here anymore.
No. Devil. Anyway, there are a lot of younger women who now like older men, who prefer older men. I'll start with Lola. Is that the case with you? What do you think about that?
I'm 100% for it. The best relationship that I ever had in my life was with a man that was 18 years my senior. God rest his soul, he's deceased now, but I learned so much from that relationship, about relationships, about love, about compromise, about give and take. I think there's just something that you learn from someone that's older that has the experience. Is it for everybody? No. I think there has to be a maturity that you have that you will be able to try to complement and add to someone that's that much older than you. But for me, older has been my preference and what actually is attracted to me. People my age don't even come my way, but I'm for it.
So, somebody you did on the radio show. My daughter is 21 years old, and one of her previous one of her previous college mates is in here, Micah. You asked me would I let Micah date somebody older, and I would. It would be her preference. I'm not a hypocrite when it comes to things. It would be her preference, but I would need to meet him and to make sure that he's not trying to be her father, because she already has that taken already. I'm her only father. Yeah. I think in a lot of cases, some older men want younger women so that they can have daughters.
Right. And one of the rules that I subscribe to is that it's okay to date someone half your age plus 7.
Okay. Dr. Joy?
I have never actually been in that situation, and honestly, I wouldn't say that I'm opposed to it. It would just depend on the chemistry and everything, younger and older.
Okay.
Ditto.
Okay. Just in case, so y'all not opposed to it. You just haven't been in it, and okay. Dr. Joy, what's the perfect situation? What's the perfect relationship to complement what you're doing already? What's your fairy tale?
Fairy tale to complement what I'm doing. I guess I would say definitely he would have to not just go to church, not just be a Christian. He would have to have a deep relationship with Christ, like an actual relationship with Christ. He would need to, again, be about his business. You know, he would have to be ambitious.
Does that mean he's a good person? Though?
No, I didn't.
I'm just asking.
No,
I want to stop right there. I want to get on because I'm trying to get the point.
No.
Okay. Because you know there's a lot of. Okay.
I would say definitely be ambitious. It goes back to, you just asked a question about him being a good person. Definitely character, integrity. Does he walk in integrity? I need to know all of those things. But again, someone who absolutely supports me and encourages me.
Absolutely, someone who loves God, has a relationship with God, someone who can pray for me, pray with me, someone who has the ability to see what I'm doing and help make it happen, push me to my purpose and my destiny. So that's the type of person. I could go on, but just it in a nutshell.
Single, successful women, and they're all available, guys, so you know when that flashes up on the screen. One prefers not to be inboxed, though, so I don't know how you're going to get in touch with her. It's the Greg Davis Show. When we come back, I'm going to ask the question, what do they feel about dating sites when we come back? Hey, I'm Greg Davis, and over 3 years ago, I started posting tweets and posts on When the Right One Comes. Well, I tried to stop, but they wouldn't let me stop. So everybody's been asking me to write a book, When the Right One Comes. So I've taken all of my collections of When the Right One Comes, and I'm putting them in one book. You can pre-order the book right now by going to Greg Davis Show at gmail.com. That's Greg Davis Show at gmail.com. Order now, When the Right One Comes.
How I Did It. Pick up this life-changing book today by Bishop Greg Davis.
Bishop Davis shares his amazing story of dramatic weight loss,
Overcoming Diabetes,
and his new journey to healthy living without surgery, dieting, or medication.
How I Did It. An incredible weight loss story captured in less than 50 pages.
It tells the bishop's testimony of his lifestyle change after being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in April 2010.
In less than 8 months, he lost over 80 pounds and was completely healed of diabetes.
To date, he has lost over 110 pounds and feels phenomenal.
How I Did It by Bishop Davis.
A personal testimony requested by people all over the country.
He did it, and so can you. Order your copy now
on Amazon.com
or send a seed of $25, which includes shipping and handling too.
Greg Davis Ministry, P.O. Box 44072, Detroit, Michigan 48244.
That's Greg Davis Ministry, P.O. Box 44072, Detroit, Michigan 48244.
right here, y'all. When the Right One Comes. I got all the answers there. No, I'm just teasing. Get the brand new book called When the Right One Comes. Order it. Go to Greg Davis Show GregDavisShow.com. We're talking to Dr. Joy, Pastor Dana Berry, and Lola George. And we're going to give you opportunity to get in touch with them before the show is over with. Have you ever, any one of you, ever done dating sites before?
No.
Opposed to it?
Yes.
Absolutely, yes.
I am, yes. But 2 of my sisters did meet their husbands on dating sites.
Then why are you opposed to it then?
That's just not me.
Okay, why not?
I just never thought to do it, and I don't know. Just no.
I want to meet him. I want to smell him. I want to touch him. I want to make sure that profile picture look like.
This will be our last show.
See it, yeah. Because to me, the representative is already there for the first 90 days. So behind this, that whole I want to see you. I want to touch you. I want to have real conversation. So, no.
Would you consider yourself I don't know how really, I know I want to put it, but I'm trying to. You consider yourself an old-fashioned woman or kind of open, newfangled?
I'm a combination. Because the core of who I am is who my mother raised me to be, and that's not changing. So I still have those old-fashioned traditions and values that I agree with, that I live by. But I'm open to the options of how things happen now. So I'm not so entrenched in tradition that I'm not willing to hear or see, how things are approaching now. But I'm a mixture of the two.
Pastor Dana, what don't you like about the dating scene?
That there are so many counterfeits. As Lola said so eloquently, the representative that's there for the first 90 days may not be who shows up at day 91. And so the lies and the schemes and the different things that we encounter now, it's a turnoff for me. So
I think that a lot of the men, to me, they appear to be serial daters. They don't date intentionally. And so that's the thing, is that, if the goal is not marriage, then again.
Why would the goal be marriage?
I'm saying, well, that's my goal. Ultimately, I'm not just dating just to date anyone. I can take myself to the movies. I can take myself to a nice restaurant. But the goal is automatically
marriage.
When I'm when I meet someone in terms of.
So let me ask you this: when you go on the first date, do you say, "Are you interested in getting married?"
No. I'm saying, but if I am going to invest my time in you, my time, my energy, I can't get my time back. So if I'm going to invest my time in you, ultimately, wherever we are doing, the goal should be marriage. I'm not just going to date somebody just to date someone.
She's dating with purpose. Let me touch upon.
That's one of the questions I was going to have too. Do you date with an intent and purpose?
Let me touch upon the representative piece. I believe that during the first 60, 90, 120, 180 days, that's that time where you're courting, you're dating, you're gathering the data and information. A smart man is listening to everything that you're saying. And women, with us being emotional, he's going to ask us, why are you single? And we're going to say, well, he cheated on me. We're going to cry on this man's shoulders. And a smart man is going to take all of that information that we've given him and identify what he's not going to do to make us fall for him. So essentially, sometimes they take the information that we've given them and use it to their advantage. So now we're like, oh my God, this guy is the perfect guy. But we've given him the keys to be successful in dating us if they listen. But how long will the charade last? Because he's going to do it to get you, but are you going to do what it takes to keep me?
See, and I wasn't really attacking Dr. Joy, but I just think that from a male perspective, we understand that marriage is the ultimate goal, but I think in a lot of cases, women turn men off if that's, I think, and I'm on a crusade of saying, I think that we don't become friends. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think one of the greatest weddings I've been to is when I look down and say, today I marry my friend. Mm-hmm. And I think in a lot of cases, being that I went through divorce, is that you married for so many other reasons. You married for power, you're a power couple, this, that, the looks, but you never become friends. And I think what turns us off is that when you sit down and you say that, so you want to get married again, you want kids, you want to get married, and I'm just speaking as a man.
And see, I think that goes back to essentially what Lola said, and I guess my thing is that the friendship is absolutely important, and the friendship is key. But I'm saying when we go from friendship to dating, see, when I'm in that dating piece, the dating, I am dating to get married.
But
I think we should be friends, absolutely. But I don't go. Here's the thing: is that I'm not going, because I've been engaged before.
Okay,
I've been engaged before. Wedding planned, all of that. And so my thing is that. Do I sit up here and ask about, oh, how many kids you want? How many? No, I don't go through all of that. But I'm just saying that I'm not going to waste my time being in a situation and it's not going in. If I know that it's not going anywhere, why continue to date you instead of cutting?
But you said something that I want to question you about, and that is, you said when it goes from the friendship to dating, I don't think it should ever go from friendship.
That was the incorrect term.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that even as you're dating, you're still friends.
Friends, yeah.
And even as you get married, you're still friends that's where I think that we're missing. And you said you missed, but I don't want anybody to hear that and hear wrong, because you always friends, and I think we don't become friends. That's just my personal belief. And for me, at this point in my life, it might be age or whatever, I don't know, but friendship is more important.
It's key. It's essential.
Yeah, I think at any age it should be.
It is.
Millennials or yeah.
Dana and I was literally talking last night, Pastor Barry, was talking last night, and the friendship piece in any relationship is so key. Sometimes you get introduced to new scenarios and new situations, and sometimes you have a tendency to rush things, or you can rush into something because, oh my God, he's so cute, or oh, I just feel, oh, he makes me, but it's so important that you have that foundation of friendship, because when you come across those stumbling blocks in the relationship, you can sometimes withdraw from the person that you're in relationship with and begin to deal with your friend. And a friend is someone that will never hurt you, maliciously or intentionally. You can be hurt by your friend, but when you begin to appeal to one another's friendship, then it's sometimes become easier to work out some of the challenges and obstacles, because if we're friends, I should be able to come to you and say, baby, you hurt me when you did this, or baby, I didn't like it when you did that. And as a friend, you'll respect what I'm saying.
That's exactly right. So we got these standards, Dr. Joy, Dana, Lola, we got these standards. And ideal men do you think sometime with your standards you might exclude an ideal person? Or you're so closed-minded, Dana turned to the side, that you don't, and we got about 5 minutes, I need you to answer short, and I think this leads to the next question I was going to ask, that are you willing to work with somebody that may not be all the way there yet, but they have potential?
Personally, at this stage in the game for me, and I'm using the term game loosely, at this stage in my life, I don't think that, no.
No fix-uppers?
I don't know.
They got
no,
already
sir.
Come. The house already got to be...
and I'm not saying that there are not things that we can build together and do together and, stabilize ourselves together. But there's just certain things.
You want them to have a career already?
They need to be somewhere stable.
Because you helped build somebody before.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it wears you out. And so let's work together. And where are you trying to go? Where am I trying to go? And let's make this happen.
You're not 19 or 20 no more.
Exactly.
Dr. Joy?
I would say if it's a matter of, in terms of fixer-upper, if it's a matter of like style, like a fixer-up, no, if it's a matter of style, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
No, we're talking about...
Yeah, but no, if it's like style, really, because some people, they don't know how to dress. So if it's a matter of that, I wouldn't have a problem with that. Really? A fixer-upper.
Like you would tell me wear some socks?
As long as you got some lotion on them ankles, you okay with those socks?
You know, I sat here and smiled through that question because you and I talk about everything. And the other night we went to a birthday party, and there was someone there that is quite fond of me, accomplished. And you know, we
Can't say that name.
No, not at
Yeah.
all, not at all. And we talked about. And you was like, man, you, and I'm like, but he just, you know, but.
Yeah, but I looked again and I said, hey. Go ahead.
But, you know, that's something that I have to ask myself, like, do I let the small petty things hinder something that could be beautiful? Because it may be one little thing that's like, So it's something that I'm working on.
Okay.
I think small and petty is one thing. Something major, that's different.
Like
it
if
takes
you
too
need
much
to-
energy.
Clothing.
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 So, like,
you can fix. I could do that.
So, like, I mean, there was a situation with a guy. He was thinning. You know, I had a situation with thinning and receding, and I, you know, initially before I didn't like thinning or receding, but I did try it. It didn't work because I kept looking at it.
Right,
it didn't work. So I mean,
Baby, cut your roof off. Just get rid of the sunroof. I mean,
Yeah, I got some issues too. I'll be looking all in the head too. Is yours or not? You know, if you got an issue with that, you always gonna be like.
but I
And
think
then I hate to see it outgrowing the other. That's another subject. I was having a flashback. I was having a flashback.
That's another
Go
show.
ahead. Okay, we got 2 minutes. Well, we need another. So just a yes or no. Are you really? Because I see. I believe in my book, When the Right One Comes, available right now in my book. I said you got to become the right one in order to find the right one. Just a yes. Are you really making yourself available and working on you as you wait for the right one?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
absolutely,
You took a little while. You sure?
absolutely.
Okay. All right. Dr. Joy, tell us seriously where they can find you at.
Periscope and Instagram, I am Dr. Joy, that's Dr. Joy, and Twitter, I am _Dr. Joy. I am working on my website. It will be www.iamdrjoy.com.
And you have a book coming out?
Yes, I do, December 14th, From Chaos to Confidence.
All right. And we got to have you back about that. Find you at?
Dana D. Berry on all social media.
Dana D. Berry on all social media.
You can follow me at I Am Lola George on all social media, and you can also hit me up at GregDavisShow.com and follow me there, and GregDavisShow@gmail if you want to send me any questions.
She has her own
comments.
page on my website.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why you ain't got no money.
And I'm telling you, they think, and we do not have anything
You ain't got
going
something
on.
that they know that. It's
Yeah,
the
but
website.
let's be clear. We don't have nothing going on.
Nothing.
I barely
We're not-
like them.
No, we're not an item. Yeah. Ladies, thank y'all so much. Seriously, this has been one of the best shows, and very important. We have to do this again. Dr. Joy, Pastor Dana Berry, Lola George. It's the Greg Davis Show. Follow me, Bishop Greg Davis, social media. I think I still got a MySpace in case you're still there. I'm out. See you.